Welcome back. Ready for more BTS? Hi there. My name is Yami and I'm one of the co-hosts of Armyverse, a channel and community run by Army for Army. In addition to this video series, we have plenty of other content for you to enjoy on our channel. Discover BTS is a video series created to help new fans navigate the endless amount of BTS content that exists for you to listen to watch, to read, to engage with, and above all else, to enjoy. With so much available at your fingertips, it can be overwhelming to pick a place to start, which is why I've made these videos to give you an overview of what everything is, where you can find it, and a general idea of what to expect. I'll do my best to be spoiler-free and sometimes deliberately vague, so that your BTS journey remains uniquely yours. But please, always feel free to reach out in the comments if you have any questions, and I, or a fellow ARMY, will be happy to answer you. The first topic we covered in episode 1 of this series was BTS music. I'm going to be building off the knowledge I shared in that episode, so if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend you do so before continuing. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. Alright, ready? Let's get going. In today's video, we will be diving into one of the topics BTS is most famous for, their performances. The first place that might come to mind when searching for BTS performances is their concerts. And boy have they had a lot of concerts. By the way, a quick note. As I go through these concerts, I will do my best to point out where these performances were officially released and are available for you to watch. There are plenty of other places you can find clips from these concerts, but I will leave that exploration up to you. A quick internet search using the keywords I'm about to give you is usually all you need. As passionate performers since their debut in 2013, BTS have held several tours with many concerts around the world. Here is a timeline giving you the highlights of their tour schedule over the years. Using this as a guide, let's dive into the details. In the beginning, BTS categorized their concerts and tours as episodes of a BTS live trilogy. Why, you might ask? Well, as I mentioned last episode, BTS's discography follows a narrative from album to album, so this was reflected on stage through their concerts. These two concerts shown here showcase songs and concepts from their first 5 musical releases. BTS Live Trilogy Episode 1 was a 2-day BTS concert titled BTS Begins. Episode 2 was the Red Bullet Tour, which you might have seen on the previous timeline as a tour that lasted almost a year from 2014 to 2015. You can find the official recordings for both concerts on the BTS Memories of 2015 DVD and partially on the 2014 DVD too. And by the way, if you're wondering what BTS Memories is, I'll be talking in more detail about that in a later video, but basically it's a digital scrapbook that BTS release annually with performances, events, behind-the-scenes footage, and other special features from that specific year. Anyway, back to BTS and their concerts. The next tour that BTS went on was called Hwa Young Yeon Hwa, or HYYH, or The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, on stage. This tour also lasted almost a year, from 2015 to 2016, and showcased music and concepts from the Most Beautiful Moment in Life albums. There are 3 versions of the concert available for you, which can be found as official concert DVDs. The original version of the concert, the epilogue, and the version of the epilogue that BTS performed in Japan. Just a note, the epilogue is a version of the concert that was performed at the last tour destination. It features some changes to different aspects of the concert, such as set lists or stage design, and is a way to commemorate the end of the tour. The concept of an epilogue concert is actually something that BTS then carried forward to their future tours, as you're about to see. In 2017, BTS embarked on the Wings Tour, which was their most ambitious tour up to that point, with stops all around the world. In typical fashion, the tour lasted almost the entire year and showcased the music from the Wings album and its repackaged version, You Never Walk Alone. There are 2 versions of this concert available for you to watch. The original version, and the Wings Tour The Final, which is this version of the epilogue concert for the tour. The performance of the original concert is available as an official concert DVD and Blu-ray, while the final recording can be found on Memories of 2017. Next came the Love Yourself World Tour, showcasing music from the Love Yourself albums This tour has been the biggest world tour that BTS have gone on to date. And because they ended up essentially traveling the world twice, the tour was broken up into two parts: the Love Yourself tour, and then subsequently the Speak Yourself tour. Here you can see the concert recordings from the Love Yourself tour available for you to watch, the launch of their entire record-breaking tour in Seoul, their history-making concert at Citi Field in New York, and their concerts performed all over Europe. All three are available as official concert DVDs and Blu-rays. The second half of the Love Yourself tour was reborn as the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself tour, and included music from their release of Map of the Soul Persona in addition to the Love Yourself series. Available for you in official concert, DVD, and Blu-ray format are the Speak Yourself concerts in Japan and Brazil. One of the concert days, where BTS performed at Wembley Stadium in London, was live-streamed through a partnership with VLive. You can watch the replay of the concert on that app. And similarly, the concert that BTS performed in Saudi Arabia was also live-streamed through VLive. You can find the replay of that concert on there as well. And finally, the end of the Love Yourself tour, known as Speak Yourself the Final, was held in Seoul and marked the emotional finale to this tour. One of the 3 concert days was live-streamed through VLive and is available for replay on that app. In 2020, BTS were scheduled to begin their Map of the Soul World Tour. However, due to the pandemic, this tour has been postponed as of the time of this video and is on hold until our global situation can improve. In lieu of this, BTS performed an online version of this concert titled Map of the Soul 1 in October of 2020. Showcasing music from their Map of the Soul album series, this concert was live-streamed through the Weverse app in partnership with Keysway. As of the time I am making this video, no official replay has been made available just yet. At this point, you might be wondering, where can you find a list of all of these live performances? Luckily, both the fandom wiki and the official Wikipedia page have extensive lists, filled with way more detail than I've discussed and covering far more concerts than I've listed here. Feel free to peruse those lists at your leisure and use them as a reference point. But we still have so many other exciting performances to talk about here. Let's move on, shall we? Over the course of their career, BTS have showcased increasingly elaborate performances at award shows around the world. To help get you started, I'm only going to highlight some of these performances here. For the rest, check out the links I mentioned before. Just after their debut in 2013, BTS performed at the 2013 Melon Music Awards, otherwise known as the MMAs. For those who don't know, Melon is currently the largest online music streaming platform used in South Korea. If you're interested in seeing Baby Bangtan perform for the first time ever at this show, you can find this performance on YouTube. Going forward, if you see this logo, it means the performance should be available for you on YouTube. In 2014, BTS appeared at the Mnet Asian Music Awards, otherwise known as MAMA, with performances on both the red carpet and the main stage. Not to be confused with the MMAs, MAMA is another South Korean major award ceremony presented by the South Korean entertainment company that runs Mnet. 2015 was the first year that BTS performed at both the MMAs and MAMA, beginning an unofficial tradition that has been continued every year since. In 2016, BTS began to expand on their performances at these year-end shows, performing multiple songs on much more elaborate stages. In 2017, BTS held their first ever performance at the American Music Awards, or the AMAs, to cement their breakthrough into the Western music market. At the end of that year, their performances at the MMAs and MAMA were more elaborate than ever. Alongside showcasing music from their latest albums, these performances were later found to have dropped hints for BTS's subsequent album releases, a trend they have continued ever since. In 2018, BTS returned to America for their first ever performance at the Billboard Music Awards, otherwise known as the BBMAs, alongside an ab reveal from Jungkook that shook the world. The subsequent year-end performances at both the MMAs and MAMA were longer, more elaborate, and more theatrical than ever. In 2019, BTS made another appearance at the BBMAs, where they performed on stage with Halsey, a Western artist with whom they had collaborated. And then, in competition with no one but themselves, BTS outdid their 2018 performances with stages at the MMAs and MAMA that were more dazzling than ever. As of the time I'm making this video, 2020 is not yet over, but BTS still have found time to make appearances and perform around the world. In February, they performed at the Grammys as part of Lil Nas X's Old Town Road performance. And closer to the end of the year, BTS made virtual appearances from South Korea to perform for the first time at the Video Music Awards, or VMAs, and made a return to the BBMAs for the third year in a row. Before the year ends, we expect more incredible performances from BTS at other award shows. There are 3 major music festivals that occur in South Korea near the end of the year. Here are their Romanized Korean names along with their English translations. Usually airing in December, each festival hosts a bunch of Korean artists to celebrate the end of one year and the start of another. The first of the 3 festivals, in no particular order, is from KBS. As you can see, BTS have performed on here every year since their debut, with stages that have grown and developed over the years just as they have. The next festival is from MBC. BTS have performed here almost every year with some very iconic performances. And the last of the 3 festivals is hosted by SBS. Though BTS haven't appeared here every year, they've made up for it with some legendary stages. On the other side of the globe, BTS have performed at Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve on both 2017 and 2019 in New York City. The next kind of music festival is unique to BTS. Each year, BTS hold a muster, which is a term they created to describe their annual fan meetups. These musters usually include both skits and a set list that spans their entire discography. Here are the 5 musters that BTS have held to date from 2014 to the present. All of these are available officially as DVDs and Blu-rays, but the 5th muster is also available in digital format through VLive, since one of the days of this muster was live streamed through that app. And here's another festival unique to BTS, Festa. This is a term BTS created for their 2-week celebration of the anniversary of their debut in June 2013 and their special relationship with ARMY. Each Festa has its own unique schedule that denotes the release of surprise content. Things like photos, songs, letters, videos, behind-the-scenes footage, and performances are gifted to fans by BTS over these 2 weeks across different social media platforms. Basically, it's BTS celebrating their birthday, but rather than collecting presents themselves, our birthday boys are giving fans gifts instead. I suggest checking out these schedules, which you can find by searching online, and then looking up any of the content that interests you through another online search. This year, in June 2020, BTS closed out their Festa with an online concert titled Bang Bang Con The Live. It was live streamed through the Weverse app and should be available for replay on there. By the way, if you're not sure what Weverse is, this is an app created by Big Hit to essentially facilitate an online community between artist and fan. On there, you can find BTS interacting with fans through a Twitter-like interface, along with tons of other BTS video content, some free and some for purchase. The app is available on both Apple and Android. As I mentioned in the last video, a comeback is a K-pop term used to refer to new album releases and related promotion. One of the common ways in which Korean artists promote their new releases is by performing on Korean music shows, which are televised music performances in South Korea that showcase different artist performances on a weekly basis. Here are the 6 main ones, which air their episodes on TV for Koreans and then upload to YouTube for international fans. Each of BTS's Korean album releases has had its own comeback, which means that BTS have performed songs from each album on multiple Korean music shows, typically with elaborate stages, dynamic choreography, and stunning outfits. Lastly, the BTS YouTube channel, Bangtan TV, hosts a myriad of content alongside the music videos for BTS's songs. For example, you will also be able to find a ton of dance practices, where you can watch BTS practice the choreography for their performance at an award show or music festival or music video. You'll also be able to find Bangtan bombs, which are behind-the-scenes footage from BTS activities, including their visits to these shows and festivals. There's an endless amount of content on this YouTube channel, so please feel free to explore at your leisure. Although recent videos have been subbed into English, A lot of the older ones do not have subtitles. In those cases, I would advise you to search for a fan-subbed version of that video separately. That's it! I think I've given you the gist of where to start. To recap, we covered BTS concerts, as well as a timeline of all the tours they've been on. Their performances at award shows all over the world. South Korean music festivals at which BTS perform at year-end. BTS Muster, the fan festival that celebrates BTS and ARMY. BTS Festa, a debut/birthday celebration that often includes performances. Comeback performances on Korean music shows. Dance practices and Bangtan bombs on their YouTube channel. And finally, all the different places where you can find these performances online. There's hours and hours of fun in your future, my dear ARMY, as you explore all of the wonderful performances that BTS have given us over the years. I hope you pick whatever it is that drew your eye and fall even deeper into the BTS rabbit hole as you discover BTS. Next time, we'll get more personal with BTS's many docuseries. I'll see you then.